Already, welcome back. Unfortunately, this is not a politically based one, or it's kind of an economic one, but it's targeted particularly for one company. The reason it's for one company because they've requested evidence based on a defect that was sold, and it's missold as well. So the upshot is that I'm actually presenting a product. Not so much as presenting a product in good favour though. That's the unfortunate side of things. That being that. Yeah? Or in this case, as it says here, it was a solar power inverter. A watt, 1000 watts. Now, when I was actually looking at this, I went across the interweb, and basically I was looking for pure sine wave inverters. I was looking for one that's like a maximum of around about 1500 watts peak. So you'd be looking around about, well, that would suggest it'd be 750 to £1,000 watt running. Now, I thought I'd found the one I wanted, and I purchased one of them. Now, unfortunately, the first one I bought went pop. Now, I actually thought that it was my fault. I actually thought it was my design that had gone pop. So what I did was bought that. It's a multimeter. Has diode settings on it, has capacitor settings on it, hertz for frequencies, ohms, voltage for both AC and DC, ampage for both AC and DC. Pretty comprehensive for what it is. And it works. And it works out that it wasn't my system. Everything checks out. Running continuity tests. Give me 1 second. Running tests on batteries. Running tests on diodes. So, another work. Bearing in mind, these ones only 6 amp. Yeah, so not massive. Don't need to be massive. And not once, and still haven't, have I popped one. I've not popped one yet, and they're only 6 amp, they're only a small rating, and they're designed to actually control the flow of electricity and, well, go within the circuit before the main components go. Yeah? And all that I've installed, bought and installed, are all still surviving. They all still are intact. So I know there's been no surges in my system, and I know my system's been designed right, and right gauge of wiring, and so on, yeah, the rest that goes with it. So I'm thinking to myself, it must be, but I'll tell you what, I'm gonna have to buy another one. So I bought, this is the other one. So the other one's gone pop. Right. I don't think I have got that component now that I took out of another device. I have looked already, but never. It is possible that the fact that I've actually binned it. Anyway, I opened up the other one, which incidentally I still want compensating for, because after, or based on what is about to come next, shows that either this was part of a defective batch, or you just don't design stuff properly. One or the other. I don't know. It's up to you. You work it out, right? So this is the guts of the one that blew up to begin with. Ready? Now, bearing in mind that these here, these MOSFETs and whatnot, transistors, can take up to about 130 amps. Yeah, 60 volts, 130 amps. Now that would suggest there's been something happened within my system, but my system doesn't generate that type of power in itself. The battery that I'm using only goes up to 85 amps. Yeah, and at no given time when I was using this 80 amp fuse, right, at no given time did that pop. Yeah, at no given time did this 80 amp fuse pop when that went. And remember, that's 130 amps. So now if it's system wide, somewhere in my system it would have tripped that, or the battery would have gone, or something to that effect. Yeah, see it, all the scorching across here. Well, that's pretty severe, that, isn't it? Yeah. Look at that, pretty damn frizzled. You bear with it, well, it focuses in. No, they're not going to do it. Well, anyway, that is pretty damn frazzled, isn't it? Yeah? Now, I suppose you could call it risk averse. But when you think about it, once bitten, twice shy. Well, twice bitten, twice shy. Now, the reason I had to replace that to begin with is because the last one I actually pushed a bit too hard based on testing. This one I didn't have to do anything with. It just, I linked it in, I went poof. I thought it was, like I say, it was my system, but it's not. Okay, the battery I'm using is an AGM, Advanced Technology. It's a Power Plus. It's a 85 ampere battery, or 800 cranking amps, cold cranking amps. Bearing in mind it's not going to reach 800 because there is nothing anywhere that would need that many amps. Unless this needs it. But why would this need it? It pops at 130 amps, and I've tested the battery. I've also tested the battery just for posterity, or just for proof and evidence. I did it. Used the battery on a 3000 watt inverter, a 3 kilowatt inverter. Yeah. So I know it works. Very easy. I took it up to 30 amps, even though they actually use less than that when standing still. But it got up to 30 amps and purred just hard. Ticked along as you would expect it to. Yeah. Oh, good. Let's have a look. Let's push. You're wondering what I'm doing? Remember, all wiring and everything has been done. It's all been tested, continuity, the right gauge, because if it wasn't the right gauge it would have just frazzled. Yeah. this is not being opened. I decided not to. I installed it onto the system, and I'll show you in a moment. Because in the whilst waiting for this one to come through, what I also installed into the system, which I've taken out now, rather than using that, right, I installed that, right, variable. I can now put whatever fuses in there. Now, whatever size fuse. It doesn't actually have to be 80 amps. I can go right from 1, 2, 3, 5 amps right up to 30, 45, 80 amps. Yeah, it's a variable ampage system. Right. Now, to date, I've actually bought 5 packs of those. Right. They're 10 amps. Yeah. 10 amps, right, and effectively this system should comfortably work on off of 10 amps, even on startup. Yeah, it's not a very big one. As a matter of fact, the other part of the problem with this is that in the image it shows you that I actually purchased a 1000 watt peak pure sine wave inverter. This one is the SBD 1000A. And the SBD 1000A is a 600 watt. Yeah. SPDA 1000 watt, I'll tell you what, because of lighting and whatnot and everything. There we go. Yeah, right. It is a 600 watt power output, peaks at 1000, and I need no load current, no load, less than 0.5 or less than half an amp, 10 amps. Right. Battery is 85 amp, 130 amp MOSFETs. So by right, there shouldn't be any issues. It should just run, sweet as a nut. Yeah? Agreed? Agreed. Right. I bought 10 of these, 5 of these, sorry, so I had 10 of these, plus 2 in there. So all being told is 10, 12, 14. So 14, and those are my last 2 10 amp fuses. Trying to figure out whether it was this or whether it was my system. Right, just for the circle width. Alrighty, yeah. Oops, sorry, there. Oh, see it intact. Yeah, wants me to. We'll turn it to the noise you want. Yeah. I'll do it at the bottom so my hand's not touching it. So it's working. Yeah. Cool. We're good. Wang you in there. Right, you've gone in, it's the same fuse. Yep. And in the ass. Interesting. It frazzled the fuse. The cracking from the battery was because I slipped, but nonetheless. Right. Bearing in mind, nothing is arcing, I've shown you that. Nothing is connecting anywhere. Yeah, the links are to the right places, nothing's connecting, not being opened, and the fuse just went. One last one, just to be certain, look. Yeah. That works. Yep. Doesn't like it. Yeah. Doesn't like it, it goes pop. Even when I actually accidentally arced against something. My mistake on that one. But that's positive and negative arcing, and pops that. Right. That goes to show my error, and there's a 15 amp. Let's put you in. Right. 15 amp, that one's working, it's alright there. 15 amp. Alright. There's you in. Alrighty. We're on that. Everything's good. You hear that then? .15 amp fuse just went pop. Alright, bearing in mind there's no load on this. Yeah. And that. Nothing. Yeah. 15 amp fuse. Right, I'll do that one last time on the 15 amp. Okay, put you there like so. Right, the other 15 amp. Right. Let's see if you can see it spark from there. Not near the body, so it's not going to arc. Right. Boom, gone. Take it off. Remember, it's isolated. There is no load on it. Right. No load, just the battery and this fuse. Right. Right. Put your pack out with it. Should we go up to a 25 amp? Let's go to a 25 amp, shall we? Yeah. Okay, I just pulled it from that one there. 25 amp. Right. Place you in. Place you on. So 25 amp, right. One last one. Let's put a 30 in. Remember, you can see all the wiring. Nothing's arcing. Yeah, look at the space between there. Look. Yeah, nothing's arcing. Battery's not arcing or anything like that. You've seen what happens when you put positive to negative. Yeah, it goes pop. I've just pulled that one out from the pack at the bottom. So you've got a 30 amp green. Yeah. And is what that is, and it's in tanked. Hey! Just blew a 30 ampere. Not only get rid of that. Not only have you sold me 2 defective products, I actually thought one was my fault at one point. I thought it was my fault at one point, but it's not. After running tests, running a standalone test, I've run a 30 amp test on a 3000 watt or 3 kilowatt inverter. Runs perfectly fine, and it does off of that off of the same battery, under the same conditions. That's that fuse box that I showed you. Same conditions, didn't blow. Running fine. Put that inverter, the SDB1000A, under the same conditions, and it blows everything. Now, I did make a bit of a schoolboy kind of error, but it actually serves a purpose, an accidental purpose. That accidental purpose being that your schematics, or the way you've designed that inverter, or there is something inside that inverter that is arcing. Now, I haven't found it on the other one because I've not tested it. That's not my job, is it? Right. My job is to report to you that you've sold me a defective product, which I thought originally was mine, hence my fault, hence the reason why I opened it up, just to see what the actual fault was, see what I blew up, and see if I could replace that component. So in the meantime, it was a case of, well, I've blown out a lot more diodes and so on and so forth, so it would probably be cheaper just to buy another unit. So I bought another unit. Bought the fuse system, so by the time I've finished, including this video, the time it takes to do this video, 2 packs of fuses, plus a further 5 packs of, so in total I've bought 7 packs of fuses, a fuse unit and 2 units. You owe me a great deal of money. And I've proven that at the same token that your design is defective. There is something wrong with it. Not only is it defective as a rehash, as in the image, that is the ad I was responding to. That is the ad that I was under the impression that I was purchasing, or rather the product I thought I was purchasing. Right? It has all the specifications within the page as well, and what I get is not only defective, but is not the right one. So you've missold me 2 products, because the other one is the same thing. Yeah. Here's your video. It's in the public arena. It's been tested and shown that it is defective. So you've got one of 2 options. You reimburse the full amount for everything that I've paid out for the 2 inverters, plus a bit extra for the fuse box that I had to purchase. 7 packs of fuses, which, bearing in mind the cost of everything, is actually in the email. Here it is. Or you can send out the appropriate product that I originally was supposed to be purchasing, and then just reimburse the difference. It's up to you. I'm not fussed. I am not fussed either way it wants to do it. Either way, the facts are there. You've requested this video, you've got the response, therefore you must respond in kind. I'm being nice. No, I'm being nice about it all. And the idea is, as a gesture of goodwill, or rather in faith towards me coming back and buying other stuff if needs be, you do what is right. Yes? Good. I will speak to you again soon.